Abigail Cannon here from Fiction Atlas Press, bringing you another Indie Connection. Today I'd like to tell you about some indie books that you might enjoy if you're a fan of The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This was a really hard book to find exact matches for. It is a mixture of fantasy and sci-fi with some forbidden romance in there. And so each of the books that I am going to show you by indies have a few variations of both of those. The first book I have for you is called The Breaking Light by Heather Hansen. In a stratified society where contact with the sun is a luxury reserved for the elite, those kept prisoner in the darkness will do anything to find the light. Arden, beautiful, street smart, and cynical, is one of the citizens of the lowest level, known as Undercity, of an off-world colony. A blackout ban traps Arden in her district, but as sister to the leader of the most powerful gang in Undercity, she has access to Above. There she meets Dade, one of the few lucky enough to be born into the sun-kissed families who reside in the towers, soaring above the rest of the city. But life isn't perfect in the sky. Dade, desperate to escape his upcoming arranged marriage, has a secret of his own, and he's willing to risk everything for it. An unlikely romance develops between the two teens, but their love faces opposition from above and below. When her gang pressures Arden to help break the grip of the elite and end Dade's interference with their drug trade, she is forced to make a deadly choice between love and family loyalty. But will the brewing class war destroy the world around them first? The second book I have for you is called Evergreen by Krista Mayer. Abram and Cade Devoir will live until the world burns to the ground, it is said. Until Cade burns it to the ground, it is said. Abram rules Renair alongside his brother, who is at the best of times a handful of matches waiting to be struck, and at the worst of times an inferno. When Tessa's parents offer her and her sister to Renair's twin brothers as brides, Tessa will do anything, to save her sister from the hell-spawn Lord of the East. Abram sees in Tessa the fire and spirit his unending life has stripped from him. He also sees an opportunity to make amends for the more than a century he has spent watching Cade inflict pain upon the world. But to end his brother's reign, sacrifices must be made. How else do you stop a man whose fate is tied to the stars? The third book I have for you is called Blessed with a Curse by Katie Cherry. There's no escaping the gods, and I'm on the most wanted list for the worst of them all. Humans using magic is a crime punishable by death, which didn't seem like something I had to worry about, since I live my life in meticulous secrecy. But it turns out no one can hide forever. The night my magic activates on its own to release a gorgeous demigod from the town statue, my deadly fate is sealed. Now Nick Andros and I are on the run, and while Nick thinks my magic is strong and I should fight for my freedom, going up against Zeus himself is a death wish. Too bad once he tracks me down, all that running won't matter anymore. One way or another, Zeus gets what he wants, and the gods want me gone for good. And the last book I have for you is called The Princess and the Pawn by Caitlin Davis. The only thing more forbidden than their magic is their love. On the eve of her courtship trials, Princess Liana Athionis has only one thought on her mind: escape. All her life she's wondered what awaits beyond the confines of her floating kingdom. With only hours of freedom left, she's determined to find out. On the outskirts of the Dove Isle with the rest of the Raven convoy, bastard-born Rafe fights the same urge to run. Not from the illegitimate role he was born to, but from the ruse his brother the prince wants him to play. Two kindred strangers on a crash course. Come morning, nothing will ever be the same. Okay, that's all for me this week. I'll see you next week on the Indie Connection. Bye.